Hello. Let me let people know that I'm live. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Let me turn down the volume a little bit. There we go. Cool. Okay. 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 So let's welcome everybody. Oh, okay. What you working on tonight, Selva? You doing more Final Fantasy 14 or you still climbing through RE4? Final Fantasy 2. Oh wow, classic. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's switch over to the just chatting screen. Come on. All right. So, how's everybody doing? I'll tell you, I wasn't doing super great earlier. This has been an interesting week. Like, as far as gaming and stuff goes, it's been kind of a rough week. Um, which is why it's funny that I'm working on more TTRPG stuff. Um, because uh, like so my my Tuesday Lancer game ended up canceling the one I play in, not the one I run. The one I play in, because the GM needed some time for mental health stuff. So like, there's nothing you can really do about that. Um, and the Wednesday D&D game was kind of fraught with issues of people not being fully present in the game. Um, which was kind of annoying, but like we did the best we can with what we had. And I just found out that my Sunday players canceled the next two games for me, which I'm not going to get into here. I I I am many things about that, but happy is not one of them. Um, So I'm not going to get into that here. It's funny. So when I got upset about all the stuff that was happening, I talked to a friend of mine yesterday. I talked to two friends actually, and I had one friend who was they were like gassing me up a little bit, being like, okay, well you have to take action. You shouldn't let people like treat you like this. You should do something, right? And then I had another friend that was like, hey, you really should be aware and considerate of like the situation and understand that like even though you are upset, uh, doing what you're going to do is not going to have a positive outcome. Um, and I think there's a need for balance in a lot of situations. You need friends who will both gas you up and walk you back down. Um, and I think that that's an important thing to have. Um, which I think came up pretty well. I still have to post the announcement based on what I really slept on about that. Um, uh, and like there is a possibility that my Sunday game is going to fall apart. Like there's nothing I can do about that, right? I have to like that is a situation that's a very real possibility. When I was in the midst of being upset, I was about ready to just say, you know what, let's just cancel the Sunday game, period. Um, and I had to really think long and hard about it. Like, uh, and I don't know. It's a lot of it comes like there's this interesting thing when you're role playing with people about having expectations and things that you think are like really obvious to you aren't always going to be obvious to them. And that's something that you just kind of have to deal with in some way. And it's this interesting balancing act between being understanding of the fact that other people don't see things the way you see them, while also being able to take care of your own mental health and step up for your own and set up your own boundaries. It's funny, I said I wasn't going to talk about this, then I went into a whole tirade on it. That's actually kind of ironic. Anyway, I tonight we're going to be working on Secret Magical Heroes SMH. I've made a lot of well, I've made some changes to some things in in the game, so I want to go back over that and update that in the PDF. Um, I started trying to work on spacing things, but I'm gonna have to redo the spacing because the spacing, since there's no print preview, I don't see how many pages something is until I save it, until I export it. So I have to like export it, okay, change, export it, and then just open, keep reopening the file, which adds a lot of extra steps. Hey, Superhero 60, how are you doing tonight? But yeah, that's one of the limitations of using Notion, and it's like I would I was really debating when it came to making the PDF for my TTRPG. I was really debating. Oh, you're doing great. How was your week? Did you get anything exciting done? Accomplish anything cool? Or complete anything or make progress on something? Um, I was really debating using OpenOffice to make the PDF, but um, Notion has these built-in like text size settings and column settings and all this stuff, all these built-in settings that just make it so much easier to like format it. The one thing you can't do in Notion is know where the page break is. which is kind of funny. Um, so I had to look at that and I made the decision. Oh, you're just chilling right now? That's great. That's great. Did you do any gaming this week? Are you gonna do any gaming this weekend? Any like TTRPG stuff or any um or any whatchamacallit? Regular video games or board gaming and stuff? Give me 1 second. Funny, my roommate was telling me that he wanted to see what my hair looks like if it wasn't in locks. And like everybody calls them dreads, but they're not actually dreads because they weren't like because of how they formed. They're free forming locks. At least that's what I have on my flesh tuber body. And uh, you're going to Apex Legends this weekend. That's epic. You just playing by yourself or with friends, or are you in a tournament? What's the play with that superhero? 60? What's the deets? So I so yeah, my roommate was talking about how he wanted to see what my hair looks like if it wasn't in locks. And I didn't know how to express to him that like if my hair wasn't in locks of some kind, right? It would be a mass it would be a big it would be an afro. Oh, you're gonna play with friends? That's cool. Yeah, because my hair is super curly. The only reason it looks straight is because my locks are just so heavy. And the thing that I don't know how to express to my roommate is my locks are free forming locks that just formed on their own. Um, so like there's not going to be any unwinding though. If I ever get them off, I'm going to have to actually get a haircut. But that's cool that you're going to be playing with friends. You know, games. One of my friends once told me that like anything is fun with friends. Any game with multiplayer has the potential to be a fun and enjoyable experience. That doesn't. But the thing is, having multiplayer so that you and your friends can make fun amongst yourselves doesn't make it a good game. I think Apex has a lot of tools and resources and a lot of mechanics that make it a good game besides just being a multiplayer experience you can play with friends. I've played a little bit of Apex. It wasn't my bag. But I'm not gonna rag on it and say it's a terrible game or something like that because it's not. It's a pretty cool game. And I know a lot of people enjoy it. Um, like when I tried playing Apex the whole time as I was sliding around, running, and doing all that stuff, I just kept thinking I'd rather be playing Warframe. That was just where my head went, right? So I started playing Warframe for a while, and I was active in Warframe for a while, but then I ended up missing a week of Warframe, and I got booted from the clan I was in. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait to do Warframe until my new computer gets here, and then I can do Warframe in high quality. Maybe I'll stream Warframe. I don't know. Stream me running around as a rhino. Rhino is my favorite frame in Warframe, which is really funny because it's like the beginner frame, but I love how its whole thing is being wide, bulky, and heavy. That is its entire aesthetic for a Rhino. Let me. So I originally just fell in love with kind of good. Like I love the aesthetic of Rhino and like the looks. Like at first when I started playing, I had no intention of getting primes. Um and I think as a non-prime Rhino just looks really good. Come on. Damn it. Like getting why is it a web BP? Why are all of these images always such random file types, and I have to run a converter for them? I guess that's how converters like these stay in business. I mean, I'm sure they get ad revenue or something for being open. All right. So like, show you. Of course, it's huge. Now, I like my Rhino to be black with gold trim, but like, look at this absolute unit. I just love playing this big, thick, bulky frame, and if you do the build properly, you can get its iron skin up to ridiculous quantities so it can just eat ridiculous amounts of damage, and then I can just equip whatever weapons I want, do ridiculous amounts, do powerful amounts of damage with my weapons and my roar ability in order to gain extra damage buffs. Um, while also being borderline unkillable with iron skin. It is it is an absolute experience to deal with. Um, and I just love the aesthetic of it, like the look of Rhino. Now, like I said, I like it a little bit. I like it when if the brown parts here were more black and these yellow parts were golden, which is why I really liked Rhino Prime when I did finally get it. I decided to splurge and get Rhino Prime way back, and I don't regret it. Like Rhino Prime proved to be a really great addition to my arsenal, and it's become my main frame. But I haven't played Warframe in so long, I don't even remember my password. I'm gonna have to recover. Oh, I think I might have it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do something. Pop, pop. Why does the page not have? Oh, there it is. The main and prime. Okay. So Rhino Prime in its base coloration was more my style. Um, of course, it's a WebP file. All right. Ah, but when I show you the base coloration of Rhino Prime, I show you like that's kind of what I like about Rhino. It's funny. I was talking to someone forever ago in Warframe in the group I was a part of, and I was like, I finally splurged and bought a color palette because in see look at that, the black and the gold. I like it on mine if those little blue spots are red instead of blue, but I love this aesthetic, right? The stuff the dingleberries on the side or on the shoulders and on the face and on the hips, not super sold on. But they do add to the aesthetic. But Rhino Prime just definitely elevates the look and the color palettes. But so I was talking to someone about it, about Warframe, when I was playing, and I was like, yeah, I finally splurged and bought a color palette because in Warframe you have to pay for aesthetics for color palettes, in order to paint different things, in order to buy an actual palette, and then that comes with this whole wave of colors that you use on painting stuff. And that person was like, you have reached the end game of Warframe. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because that is the end game. And that is, like, Fashion Frame is kind of just the end game of Warframe. It's about building a frame that you really enjoy playing and you really enjoy the look of. And uh, that is very much the end game of Warframe. No, I also had a lot of fun with the railjacks, the spaceships in Warframe. I had a lot of ideas. Like, I got inspired by the railjacks to write a Mutants and Masterminds campaign that was taking place in space. Um, and that ended up falling apart because I think I was trying to do too much. I was trying to do too much and trying to do it online, and I was trying to stream it. That was the one that was like all the lights are stars. I actually need to take that down because it does have copyrighted images. Um, and it's a thing where, like, it should have just been a home game, but I was trying to stream it and it just came out, the vibe was just completely off for it. And that was just not great at all. Um, it was not good content. Uh, but and that was also kind of a warning for me that that I shouldn't try to stream everything, and that's why I haven't streamed any games since. And my games have gotten better and been more enjoyable since I haven't had to deal with that. And um, I realize if you're streaming a game, it needs to be a production. It needs to be a thing that you're putting a lot of time and effort into. It can't just be your home game you throw a camera in front of. There are more expectations if you want to get viewers, and if you want to be, and if you actually want it to maybe not be successful, but well, I mean, you can have different definitions of success. If you want it to just be a thing that you're having fun with. See, okay, this is another thing. My chat box that shows me chat for YouTube while I'm streaming, for whatever reason, always defaults to top chat when I'm like, I need to see live chat, because if somebody who's like not popular shows up and starts making posts that's like annoying everyone, I need to be able to see it so I can react, you know? I can do the thing. Ugh. Got a new VTuber. Some new VTuber shared my going live stream. Oh, you play Warframe as well. Your first prime in Warframe is Avara. Okay. Yeah, my first prime was Rhino, and it was really funny because I spent the money on Rhino Prime, right? And I was in a clan at the time. And then I had just come back into the game and I was like, okay, I'm gonna budget for this. I'm gonna buy a prime. And um I did. And then the next week I saw that my clan was holding this obstacle course challenge, and one of the prizes was Rhino Prime. And I did the obstacle course challenge, but I didn't understand how you were supposed to report in with like a screenshot of your, like, you're supposed to report in with a screenshot of your time on the leaderboard. So I never reported in my time. And after everything ended, I found out that my time, had I reported it, would have won me a Rhino Prime. And I'm like, well, you know what? I don't need two Rhino Primes. So um that's all's well that's end well, you know? But I did also feel good for myself that I did so well in the obstacle course. I love the movement in Warframe. Like the way you can, if you know what you're doing with especially with a controller. I can't play Warframe with keyboard and mouse. For me, it's just that feel of a controller is just what like the muscle memory and the reactions. I'm just so used to having a controller in my hand. Like I'm that kind of person where, like, as much as I hate to admit it, if they put me in a mech, they would have to hand me a controller instead of have like an actual control stick. They would have to hand me an Xbox controller and be like, this button does this, this button does that, in order for me to pilot a mech, which is really sad. Um, but that's why I pilot mechs with my soul. Let me follow this. I found this. There's a YouTuber that retweeted my going live notification. They seem cool, so I'm gonna give them a follow. All right. There's this writer that I follow on Twitter who always makes jokes about having an 8-book series that they're in the middle of working on, and it's just funny when they make these memes about it, and they keep mentioning the 8-book series, right? They talk like this meme they shared of like when an idea started as a short story, but now you have an 8-book series on your hands. The one thing I've been really enjoying watching, um, I've been really enjoying watching some Neurosama, the AI VTuber, and like that has been so interesting to see the development of that AI as it grows to become more and more functional. It's this interesting experience watching it. Um I really enjoy watching Neurosama sing because it's adorable seeing this little AI that could trying to sing. Sometimes it goes super gremlin mode with its voice whenever it tries talking, and it's really funny. Oh yeah, tomorrow's April Fool's Day. Okay. Saw one of the I think it's one of the dungeon dudes. Make a joke about how their new goal in life is to become either a stormtrooper, or a Mandalorian in a Star Wars show or movie. Say 1 to 3 lines of dialogue and get blasted. Ah, okay. All right, it's about 9 o'clock where I am. Ooh, ooh. My doctor, I had a talk with my psychiatrist today, and like, so she suggested uh trying to do this thing where I set an alarm and wake myself up, make like 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes earlier than normal, and then keep doing that every day until I get myself back onto a schedule I like. That's an interesting experience. Check something real quick. That just got me thinking. Oh, great. Great, I'll have to do that later. Great, awesome, outstanding. I'm glad I checked that. Since I just mentioned talking to my psychiatrist, I was like, maybe I should check the Walgreens app and see if my psychiatrist remembered to put in my prescriptions. And turns out my psychiatrist did put in my prescriptions, but Walgreens needs me to redo all of my insurance information. They're like, we need your insurance stuff now. And I'm like, but you had it for years. And I it's not even time to update. But you know what? Fine. 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 Outstanding. Wonderful. Cool. Awesome. I hope this isn't a thing where like my card shouldn't have expired. Now I'm gonna think about that a lot. That's funny. All right, let me get rid of this big bad rhino from my uh screen. Okay. All right, so there's the PDF. Hey Nabiru, good to see you. Oh, that's Notion. Let me show you on the notepad. Yeah, working on that a little bit more today. I want to get this to a point where I can um I can hand out PDFs to people for playtests this weekend. I want to start distribution of this for playtests sometime this weekend. So I have a lot of stuff I want to get through. And like, it's funny because as much as I was already in the process of transferring data from the notepad document to the PDF, I had an idea based on something that was suggested in the Monday stream that I've been working on, and it adds a little layer of complexity, but it's optional complexity, and I think it adds to the game in a unique way, so I'm keeping it. Let me show you what I'm working with. So the thing that was really suggested was Tom mentioned the possibility last time of having, because I'd mentioned that I was debating having multiple healths and multiple defenses. And you know, Tom had said maybe you should have 2 or maybe 3. And that got me thinking, and then that was bugging me, and I'm like, as much as I want to get this ready to roll it out, if there's a change that I want to make that change before I roll it out to other people. You know what I mean? But I don't know how much of this I'm gonna get done tonight. All right, let me go down to health. So what I came up with was this thing. Right here. Of vitality, sociality, and spirituality. And then vitality defense, sociality, social defense, and spiritual defense, actually. Yeah, so it's the defenses, right? So I split up the 3 choices that the players can make, because originally I'd said player picks one at level 1, and then that becomes what they use for their defense and their health moving forward. By splitting these up, that enables for challenge creation, it enables the GM to have the freedom to mix and match and have different types of challenges. And basically the attack will have a type, and based on that type it'll be what it affects, what defense it affects, and what health pool it drains from. Now you notice that these are only like at level 1 the vitality is based on your might, sociality is based on your awareness, and your awareness is based on your soul. And then as you level up, these go up based, like you gain a rank in something, and then your vitality, sociality, and spirituality go up another increment of, like, if you start with like might 3, then at level 1 you have 3 vitality, right? And then at level 2, if you put that point to up might from 3 to 4 to max it out, then you would gain that 4, and then your vitality goes from 3 to 7 because you added 4. I'm not doing having the levels count backwards like they do in D&D, because 1, that's how they do it in D&D, and 2, I want leveling up to matter. I want the journey that you go through to get through leveling up. I want that journey to matter. So that's why I'm not doing backwards compatibility. Originally, I was going to say vitality is just might times level, sociality is just awareness times level, and spirituality is soul times level. I was just going to keep it simple. I might end up going back to that. But for now, we're testing this as is. And so this highlights like the different types of attacks, which can be used in order to use the combat mechanics for different types of scenes and scenarios. A vitality attack is an attack that's trying to break your body. That's traditional stuff. Now that can be like physical, like baseball bat, or it can be magical, like spells or whatever. If it's trying to break your body, if it is trying to physically break you, then it is a vitality attack. Social attacks are trying to twist your mind and attack you in some kind of personal way. And spiritual attacks are trying to break your soul or corrupt you somehow. Spiritual, I'm gonna say, like, listen, if you aren't using spiritual attacks, then don't even bother recording that stat, because like yeah, you're gonna use soul and you're gonna use courage, but you don't have to track spirituality if you're not going to be doing whatchamacallit, spiritual attacks. Some people may want to track all 3 to give the game master most freedom, but that was an idea. This was kind of suggested, so it's kind of like body, mind, and soul is what I was going with here. And I gave an example. I actually really like this example right here, where you say Mina's a level 1 who has is level 1 and has 3 vitality, 4 vitality defense. but only 1 social and 3 social defense. Oh, also, after your vitality gets drained to 0, after your vitality, sociality, or spirituality gets drained to 0, any excess damage that you would take after that's been drained to 0 drains from your health, and you have 1 health pool of 8. So depending on what you're up against, this could be really rough and could be really challenging and could lead to some very challenging encounters. So the example I gave here was that, like, this character Mina, level 1, 3 vitality, 4 vitality defense, because that would mean 2 agility, but only 1 sociality and 3 sociality defense, which just means 1 and 1 in those 2 stats. Fighting a monster who hits past her 4 vitality for 4 vitality damage, which is like the max a regular monster is going to do, right? She loses that 3 vitality, and there's one damage left over after losing that 3 vitality, so then it drops her health pool from 8 to 7. And then if suddenly, before she's had a chance to rest, she gets confronted by a bully who's threatening her and performing some kind of a social attack, and he succeeds past her 3 social defense to do 1 social damage. This drains her 1 sociality, but your average bully can't do more than 1 damage, so her health remains at 7. Now, if he hits her with another social attack, he would start draining her health because her sociality's like her sociality's been drained. So actually, let me make a note of that. Okay, yeah, that's an important distinction to make. That when now that that sociality is gone, any other social attacks are going to start draining her health. But your average bully's not going to do more than 1 damage. It isn't going to have more than 1 to any skill. Because remember, that was something we defined last time, that your average human has 1 in all of their mundane skills. Exceptional humans have 2 in whatever skills that they are mundane, they are skilled in. And there are I was thinking a little bit um about something Tom suggested, and that was the possibility of adding um the possibility of adding saying that sometimes the world may have gifted people, gifted NPCs that you may have to interact with, is that gives you the possibility to create NPCs that the players have to defend or help in some way, that are a bit more sturdy. And I think that that's something I want to put as a possibility, um, not as a normal thing, but as a tool that game masters can use for creating their game. So that's something that I want to work on and try to work into the game. Um, I think I put yeah, this is where I put that. And then I have the rules about rest, which I'm going to leave fairly flexible because I want the players to uh have options for resting. My one concern is that, like, early game resting is easy. Like there's a lot of really easy recovery that comes with resting, right? Late game, you might be taking so much damage that like resting just becomes uh like a pain in the butt. Where like you don't get very much back from resting because you still are making a skill check, and the max a skill check can be is 4. But I think that also gives room for people to create healing abilities that um that can heal and recover some of the damage, and I think that that's something that's going to be worthwhile as well. So yeah, that's some of the stuff I've been working on. All right. With that said, let's get rolling. Now that I've gone over some of the stuff I want to insert, I started working on spacing a little bit. Okay. All right. All right. So there, I've expressed that. Now let's get to this. This that started as such a small little paragraph is about to become way more. All right. Starting health and defenses. I realize this might get a little bit messy because it's going to be like different pools of health that you're pulling from. Um, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. Funny, I didn't explain this. I didn't explain this properly. So I have to figure out how to explain this because I haven't explained attacks yet. So I've got to explain this smoothly. Okay. I'll probably explain. uh, Let me. Okay. Okay. I could make this a double column thing in order to like record this more appropriately. Yeah, let's make this. Oh, I deleted it. That's what happened. Okay. Okay, yeah. Turn this into 2 columns. Okay. My awareness soul. Okay. Cool. There we go. Cool. Oh my gosh, I opened the trying to press backspace and I opened the thing. It's called the gaming center, but it's just the diagnostic thing for my computer. Okay. All right, that's better. There we go. Cool. Awesome. Outstanding. We've got past that. Okay. Your types of attacks your character can receive, and each has an associated type of defense. I hope this isn't confusing. I'll do an example. It's gonna take up a little bit of space, but I think the example will help. Okay. All right. An attack can be a vitality, a social, a spiritual attack, depending on the type of attack. Appropriate defense to determine the damage, which will be explained later. The damage deducted from the corresponding stat and any extra damage from your health. Okay, so we've got that. Wondering if I'll explain the damage types. Yeah, I'll explain damage. I'll explain damage types when I'm explaining combat, which I should hopefully get to tonight. Okay, combat section. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, that looks okay. It's not too complicated. I'll explain more stuff when we get to the actual combat section, but it actually does break it up into the three damage types, which I'll explain more of later, which is fine. Anyway, Nabaru, how was your week? You watch more Bofuri? Okay, so I stopped on the classes. Oh, it's almost over. Do you mean the season's almost over, or is the series almost over? Are they like at the end of like the manga or whatever? Okay. Oh, the season. I wonder how many seasons there will be of Bofuri, because they're on season 2, right? All right, so now I need to get to the meat and potatoes of explaining advancement and then combat. And once I explain advancement and combat, I will have all of the basic rules for actually running the game. Yeah, it's funny. Silva and I were watching Trigun Stampede, and we got to the end of season 1. There's some talk of a season 2, but like there's no actual English release of the announcement on season 2. And so we're going off of like a Google Translate of the Japanese announcement for season 2 of Trigun, and we're unclear whether it's going to pick up where this one left off, or if it's going to treat this series as a prequel to the original series and then pick up where the original series left off. Because that's what this series has felt like, almost like a backdoor prequel to the original series. Because it's like we find out it's what Meryl did before she became an insurance girl. It leads to what happened in the July incident, and it's like it's defining something that was kind of left to our imagination before. And we see how Vash the Stampede became the 60 billion double dollar bounty, up from the 6 million. He was a 6 million then, and that's one of the things I complain about. I'm like, why is he only 6 million? The reason is because at the start of Trigun Stampede, the July incident hasn't happened yet, so not everyone is out hunting him. Okay. Anyway, let's get down to business. Okay. Okay, now let me pull this. Um, Let me pull this from the advancement section. All right. Okay. Okay. So now let me do get the text from the SRD that I'm working off of. Okay, here. Actually, I like this. I like this go. I like the way this goes. Okay. I want to say this twice. Good list. Okay. Okay. All right. So we've got that breaking down what each abilities are. I'll go into those more in a second. Uh, all right. So we've got that. No, that was not. No, that was not. Why did it? That was not what I wanted. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know if I have this. If I have this leveling up thing too quickly, I'm worried that players are just going to level up really fast and it's just going to be, they're just going to blitz through things. So, ah, you. Okay. 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 No, use a max of 8 tokens at a time. Okay. What is that spelling of token? That means at max you can use an ultimate and then a power. And um see what I'm worried about is that like by the time someone you not gonna be leveling up. Yeah, they can use an ultimate and a power before having to restock on token. And this is where like the Dark Magical Girl class comes in handy because the Dark Magical Girl can burn health in order to gain token. Okay. Okay. How did I do? I'm in the advancement section. There we go. No. Valid increases an amount. Okay. Now let's look at this. Okay. Okay, so now I've explained tokens, I've explained EXP, I've explained leveling up. Okay. Okay. All right. So we've got the basis of advancement. What else did I want to cover with it? Combo move. Eh. Let's actually explain abilities. Let's actually explain the things first. Mm, all right, I'm pulling a lot of this straight from the SRD, but that's the point of an SRD is um that you can pull stuff whole cloth from the SRD as long as you make references and express in some point in the document that you pulled this stuff from the SRD. Not exact. me come up with some example abilities. Ba 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 ba. So perhaps we'll say perhaps might plus magic makes some kind of uh, strength enhancing power, some kind of strength enhancing ability. Other one, awareness, charm, we'll say becomes a mind reading. Yeah, awareness and charm could be more like charm would be more persuasiveness, awareness would be more your ability to perceive social cues, some kind of telepathy. Maybe like a mind reading, mind manipulation ability. Okay. One. Okay. All right. That's. Why is that? Hold on. That's not. That's too. I don't want heading 3. I want heading 3. Not there. We go. That's better. Like that just seems way too obnoxiously large. Okay. Okay. A lot of this should be pretty standard. Both abilities. So yeah, this is a lot of this, like I said, is just me transcribing and modifying stuff from the original SRD, which I think is really important because I want this to be a one-stop document that the players can use in order uh, to reference everything. I like how this is spaced. I was just pulling it from the thing, but I realized in the SRD has it like very differently. This level of capability is likely the highest achievable. Okay. Strongest trait an NPC will ever have. Access to, and it's very rare that any of them will ever reach this level. Okay. Um, already put that earlier, so that doesn't have to be. Okay. Hey, Nexus, how are you doing? It's good to see you. I realize it's probably like super early in the morning for you, isn't it? Oh, goodness gravy, that's early. Okay. All right, so that's powers. I'm doing all right. Like, this week has been kind of rough for me because there's been some miscommunications with people that I care about and cancellations of things I was looking forward to. Um, but I'm doing my best to keep my head up and just try to stay positive because, like, that's all I can do at the end of the day. Like, I have to, I have, yeah, like, I have to make sure that uh, yeah, I have to stay positive, and I also have to make sure that I'm setting healthy boundaries. That was one thing I talked to my psychiatrist about today, was about trying to work on setting healthy boundaries to make sure I don't get dragged into the middle of other situations that are outside of my control. Thank you, Nexus. How are you doing? What's new with you? How was your week? Haven't talked to you in a little while. Nothing over the top? Did you make any progress on anything you were working on, or achieve anything, or complete anything, or any goals or anything that you'd set up for yourself? I always like to know if how people are doing on their projects and goals. All right, Nexus, enjoy your food. Give me one. Second, I got to adjust my pillows on my chair. I hate when my pillows start to slide out from underneath me and I'm like, ugh. Oh, for your portfolio. What are you working on for your portfolio? Put a blanket over the pillow. That's a thought, Nabiru. You drape a blanket over the pillow and the chair. The pillow has a harder time moving under you. Do you speak from experience, Nabiru? Yeah, it's funny. When it comes to gaming chairs, I actually use a fold-up camping chair with pillows on it. It's funny. I'm looking at the SRD and like the abilities are really fleshed out, but then the ultimate and the powers are really bare bones in their description, which is kind of funny. Oh goodness, you use a recliner when you game, Nabiru? That's intense. Okay, so I'll just state that. You can only gain a power if you have two abilities. You gain something, you choose. Why did I capitalize roll? Rolling. Okay. All right, cool. Did I describe what the skills are? I feel like I didn't describe them enough. Let me describe the skills a little bit more. Accomplish most of your actions. You can have no more than 4 ranks in any skill whenever you're trying to use one of these skills, and success isn't guaranteed. Gotta capitalize success because that is a keyword. Okay. Always interpret generously. Okay. All right. Well, we've got the abilities, powers, ultimates. Ignore stamina. All right, so I got ultimates. Let me see what's next on my list. Combo moves. Combo moves is the next thing. Kind of did these in reverse order. Kind of did these in reverse order. I originally wanted to do the abilities, powers, ultimates, and then the tokens and EXP. But then I did the tokens and the abilities, powers, and ultimates. Kind of mixed them all together, actually. This is the big heading. Okay. Next is combo moves. Did I have anything in my document about combo moves? There we go. Okay. Never finished that sentence. Okay. So we got combo moves. All right, we are chugging right along. Got the entire advancement section done. Now we just got to get to combat. I'm still debating if I want to introduce weapons into this game. Like Fantasy Emerge8 has rules for basic weapons. But I don't know. It's like sometimes magical girls have like their wands and their staffs and their pieces of equipment that allow them to do different things. But like I don't know if that would be considered part of the I don't know if that would be considered part of the magical girl. I don't know how to really incorporate that. So I'm gonna put that in the optional section. Yeah, I'll put equipment in the optional rules section after combat. This conflict may come in many shapes and sizes. It may look different ways. There we go. Oh, I also have to put turn order. Okay. Not using the Emerge8 so wob 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 wob. Okay. I have to explain turn order. Okay. All right. Hey. Explain, describe how you're using. Okay, that's basic attack. Let me grab the turn order stuff I came up with. Uh, I haven't explained the range yet, so this might move to a different section. Okay, blah 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 blah. On one action in any combat, the opposing sides alternate turn order. Uh, each side picking one unit to go. Interpreted generously. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, cool. I've explained turn order. I've explained basic attacks. Okay. Next, we got to get damage types. Okay. Uh, get to this. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay. So if they're trying to break the body, it's vitality. If they're trying to break their mind, it's social. If they're trying to break the soul, it is a spiritual. Okay. Okay. I explain? What did I explain up here? Did I explain this in defenses? Okay, which is what I'm doing now. Okay, so yeah, let's explain this in more detail now. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you for coming, Silva. I hope you got a lot of stuff done in your Final Fantasy II stuff. Great having you, and I hope you get some good rest. Forgot I even had Facebook still open. Let me just that. Sorry, I got distracted because I went to close Facebook so I wouldn't get notifications, and I just stopped to look at Twitter. Okay. 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 All right, we've got the damage. I still have to explain the damage types and the damage attacks. Explain the damage mechanic, which is good. Actually, hold on. Okay, there we go. I think that fits better. So we have the basic thing on damage, then we have damage types. I think that fits better um, as the main thing. Okay. Because you can't compare them to every individual success. Uh, okay. Normal. Ba. We might run a little bit late tonight because I'm kind of on a roll. Health. Okay. All right, now let me get this example. Okay, cool. Awesome. Got that. That spaced itself properly. I got a good example in there. Got damage types. Now I need to get resting. Resting is complicated. Am I scrapping my defense increasing? I think I'm scrapping my defense increasing thing. Okay. Hey CeeLo, how are you doing? Good to see you. I've been working on making this TTRPG for a little while. It's been an interesting experience. How was your week, CeeLo? Okay. I might push through and finish this tonight. I don't know. I was originally debating like asking my players if they wanted to try making characters and trying this out via a Discord bot or something this weekend. But now I just don't know because of all the stuff that happened. Ah. Okay. Um, I didn't explain anything about increasing defense. Well, increasing defense only works. Okay. Okay. What am I doing next? Okay. See, I really want to include this rule because this rule is what actually got me started. This modifying defense rule is what actually made me think I could make this game. Originally, I didn't think I could make this game, then I came up with this modifying defense rule, and I was like, I can make this game. Okay, can I add a table? Okay. I'm typing loose, not lose. Oh dear. English is hard sometimes. Okay. All right. Uh, okay. Okay. All right. All right. We All right, we are making some great progress. Got the modifying defense in, which is good. Um, get damage. Got that in. I have to get resting. Okay. You know, it's funny. Like, if I push through tonight, I might have this done. I'm gonna have to format it. It's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be an absolute mess to look at. Um, this is a long document. Oh my gosh. There's so much detail in this document. I wanted this to be a rules light thing and it turned into like a D&D level game. I wanted this to be a rules light game. I was so worried about feature creep and then I just did it anyway. Uh, Yeah. Well, I think I have it in a nice organized fashion, right? Like I think I have it in a nice organized fashion. Um it's just there's so much. I put so many mechanics in this game. I put so many mechanics into this game so far. All right, let's try before we finish tonight. I want to get um I want to get at least resting done. I want to get the resting rules that I came up with in here. Okay. Eight gain free rerolls as normal. I shouldn't have to say that because it's a base rule, but I'm saying it anyway just so I don't have people saying, well, what if, when do eights not reroll? So I'm just going to put it everywhere and it's only a few words. Okay. All right. All right. All right. And okay. 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 So you can spend tokens. All right. Okay, that charge you. Okay. Ba 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 ba. Okay. So I slightly changed the rules on that. All right. I got the resting and recovery. What's left? I just got to explain health and actual and graduation, which is what we're calling death, and then the ranges and movement. And I'll have all the base rules. Goodness, how many pages is it? Let's see how many pages this. This is before any. Okay, I'm sure it doesn't show where I'm saving it. Okay. So I started trying to work on spacing things, and I might. I still have to work. I want to get everything down, then I'm going to work on spacing things. So this is what we've got so far for the PDF, and spaces are gonna have to be adjusted. Doesn't look like any tables got cut off. Actually, it looks pretty good. That how it works can be spaced down one. That damage can be spaced down one. Ooh, that does not look great. That does not look great at all. I have to fix the spacing on the example because that's a mess. This is why it's good to look at this. 13 pages. Goodness. It's funny because so the game that first turned me onto the Emerge system was um the Supers Emerge thing, and for that, how many pages was that? This is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 3 pages. Um, and like mine is like not even done yet, and it's 13 pages. It's kind of grown into quite the animal. Like, I mean, it's not as big as the actual SRD, so that's good. As long as I stay under the SRD, but then again, the SRD stops at page. The actual explanation of how to play stops at page 10. So I'm actually longer than the SRD. When all the classes fit in here. So I guess the classes in combat stops at page 15. And the character builds start at page 19. So 18 is where it starts. Oh. Gonna do some more work. Let's end stream for now. So I can go start some food. Figure out what's happening next and get back to work on this. We made so much good progress though. Before it was like 6 pages, so we got like another 6 pages done. Because last time I had it up to, where's this other one? At the start of the stream, it was up to 7 pages. So so up to 13 now, did 6 pages. Okay. But I'm happy with what we've got. I'm happy with the progress we've got. I think it's going to be much closer to being a playable SRD and a playable game. The actual playing of the game and the actual character creation is relatively simple. I just want to define everything, and once everything gets defined, it should be really smooth. I'm hoping it's really smooth. Anyway, let's wind down. Oh, okay. So much work done. All right. that's funny. Ah. Okay. So this weekend, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot. I'll probably be working on this some more. I'm hoping by the end of the weekend, I'll have it ready that I can put it out. I'll figure out how to set up an itch.io thing and put it out for free so people can play test and give me feedback. Um, and just see what people think of it. That's what I'm hoping to have done by the end of this weekend. Um, got a lot more done than I thought I was going to, honestly. I was worried this was going to take longer. Like, and it's funny because so I'm fretting because my game rules stuff is up to 13 pages and I haven't even formatted or spaced anything yet, right? Um, but it's while that is larger than I really wanted it to be originally, it is still not that large in the grand swing of things. Compared to other games, like it is not that large and I'm mostly done. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I've got it all wrong. We'll see how it all pans out. I want to make some food. I'll probably make some rice later. See if there's any cool memes on Facebook, on the Book of Faces. Yeah, well, there's a whole lot of drama because my players decided to cancel my Sunday session and tell me after. They actually canceled the next two Sunday sessions, um, which I was very not happy about. Like, it's not even that I disagree with their logic. Um, it's that they made that decision without including me whatsoever. So, uh, I have a lot of feelings on the topic. I spent like a few hours yesterday going through different drafts of how I wanted to explain this to my players because I wanted to be like, listen, this is a boundary that has been crossed that needs to not be crossed again. Um, so that's a thing. Hmm. Also, I'm sure uh, as people play test the game, they'll probably come up with their own mechanics or classes or different traits or abilities, things that they may add to the game. I'm just hoping people want to playtest this. That's what I'm hoping, because like I haven't done market research. I don't know if there's a demand for it. I just know that it's something cool that I wanted to make. Anyway. Uh, just looking to see if there's anything cool. Yeah, and I'm hoping like I had fun with the design. Um I'm not expecting this to be like a groundbreaking game that like shakes the world, but I'm still trying to make something. Okay. Oh. All right. I don't see anything I wanted to share on Facebook at the moment. There's a couple memes, but nothing really made. Um, so let's wind down for tonight. I like to say nice things about I almost said my players. I like to say nice things about my viewers in order to wind down for the night. So I say to Silva, to Superhero 60, to Nabiru, to Nexus Sheep, and to Silo Jose. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for coming to the stream. It actually means a lot to me that you stopped by, that you were a part of this experience with me. And all of you are welcome. And just I I love all of you, and I believe in each and every one of you. I think that you all are truly unique, one of a kind, special, and interesting. And I believe that you all make this world a better place by being in it, and I'm grateful every day to live in a world with you. Thank you for giving me your time, your energy, and your attention. Thank you for being a part of the Star Hunter community, and always remember the Star Hunter motto: shoot for the stars, have wonderful adventures, live your dreams, and always stop to enjoy the meal. I want you to know that I think that you all are wonderful. I would also ask that you like the stream. It helps the algorithm with pushing it out to more people. If you are watching the VOD, also that goes out to everyone who is watching the VOD as well, or anyone who is watching silently. I normally say that, but I forgot to say that. I guess I'm off my game. This running late tonight is just throwing me off. But yeah, I mean that about everyone who watches the VOD as well as anyone who watched and didn't say anything and watching silently. Um, if you're watching the VOD and you won't have any thoughts, comments, suggestions, ideas that you want to express, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will read them as long as you're not banned. I may not react to all of them. I may not act on all of them, but I do read them as long as I can. So thank you for coming. If you want to keep up with what I'm doing on YouTube, feel free to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already and ding the notification bell. If you have any friends, family, relatives, other people that you think might enjoy my content, feel free to invite them to the stream as well or show them any of my other content. Next stream is going to be Monday, 8:30 p.m. EST. Probably going to be a writing stream to get back to groove now that we've gotten to a pretty good hopefully by the end of the weekend I'll be at a good stopping point with this so that I'll be able to get back to my regularly scheduled stuff. Um so there's that. And then um what was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Oh, yeah. Um if you want to keep up with what I'm doing outside of YouTube, you could follow me on Twitter or join the Discord. Links to both of those are in the description. Always remember, you don't have to donate to be a member of this community. You don't have to pay to be welcome here. You are always welcome as a part of this community. Your time and your energy and your attention are always payment enough. With that said, if you ever feel motivated to donate or to improve the stream or to improve my life, there are links where you can do that down in the description below. Have yourselves a wonderful night, everybody.